Hi hello everyone, welcome you all for today's session. So my name is R Gowrishankar, Assistant Professor of English, working at Dr.SNSRCAS College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. In the previous session, we have discussed about the snake. That is the first line of the poem, The Snake. In this session, we are going to discuss few more lines about the poem Snake, written by D.H. Lawrence. As we earlier discussed about the author, we can move into the poem directly. He lifted his head from his drinking, as cattle do, and looked me vaguely, as drinking cattle do. So here the poem says that after taking a sip, the snake lifted his head the ways cattle do, that is, the cows do. It looks at the poet in a calm, sleepy, and harmless way. So the snake has been looking at the poet in a harmless way, and flickered his two-forked tongue from his lips and mused a moment, and stooped and drank a little more. So the snake has been flicking its tongue in the air for a moment, and then it pauses for a moment as if it was thinking, and then again continues to drinking the water. The voice of my education said to me, he must be killed. So the inner voice, that is the poet inner voice, the inner education, says that he must kill the snake. So the poet must kill the snake. It says that because in Sicily, that is the place, Sicily, the snakes are black snakes are harmless, but golden ones are dangerous. Here the poet what sees is a yellow color, that is merely golden color. So it is dangerous. So it says that it must be killed. But I must confess how I liked him, how glad I was he had come like a guest in quiet to drink at my water trough. Then he confesses himself by saying that snake is actually good, and he liked the snake. He feels that the snake must be honored because it has been like a guest here, so it must be honored. So he has been a guest to my house, he is drinking the water, so I must honor the snake and make him to drink the water peacefully. And yet those voices, if you're a man, you would take a stick and break him now. So still the inner voice says that there is a social pressure. This society says him, if you're a real man, you should kill the dangerous creature, that is the snake. You should kill the snake. This represents the toxic masculinity and the social expectation, because every people in the society expects that a man must kill the snake. So the next, but I have something to expiate, a pettiness. But the poet feels that something must be wrong, because he should mean act he is about to commit. So he feels that he made something wrong. The snake drank enough and slowly trailed to the hole in the wall. So now the snake finishes drinking the water and it begins to move back into its hole. There is a small fissure in the ground. And as he put his head into the dreadful hole, a sort of horror, a sort of protest against his withdrawing into that horrid black hole. So even though the hole in the ground is black and horrible, the poet doesn't want the snake to leave. So the poet doesn't want the snake to leave from the place. He feels strange and sadness and fear of his departure. So the poet says that the snake must not move into the darkness because the hole is dark. So he says it must stay here. If it moves, I would have been feel that sadness and fear. I looked around, I put on my pitcher, I picked up a clumsy log and threw it at the water trough. So now the poet looks around and keeps his vessel down and took a log, that is a wooden stick, and threw it into the water trough. He throws the log into the water trough because the voice told him that he must attack the snake. That is the education what he have learned from before says that he must kill a snake if he is a true man. I think it did not hit him. But suddenly the part of him that was left behind convulsed in undignified haste. So the poet thinks that the log what he threw at the snake would not hit the snake, but it would have frightened the snake. It is convulsed, it has been frightened the snake. The snake panicked and moved suddenly and awkwardly. So previously the snake was moving very slowly. It drank the water gently and moving into the hole very slowly. As soon he threw the stick would have not hit the snake, but it made the snake to feel panic and awkward, and it moves into the hole suddenly. So by this we can complete this session. In the next session we can discuss about the few more lines of the poem The Snake. Until then, it is bye from R Gowrishankar. Thank you all for the patience listening. Just like and subscribe for getting further more details about different stories, poems and other things. Thank you all once again. Thank you all.